Yeah, that's a good question. I've actually see at the start of this session, I was just over 97 kilos. James would testify to that. I just weighed myself a couple of days ago, and I'm now 84 kilos. What that means is, see, over the last 10 weeks, I have been losing more than a kilo a week. A week. I just cannot believe it myself. I think one of the biggest changes I've made, you know, the question you were asking about how much should we be eating and what should we be eating when we're hungry. I've made a big change in terms of, you know, digestive are out the window. You know, I'm not eating as many as I used to. I'm maybe one a day, but I'm eating a lot of carrots now. Maybe, see, every time I feel hungry, I just go in the fridge, get a carrot. I mean, it sounds incredible at the start, but then you start enjoying it, and I'm drinking a lot more water every day to work. I take a 2 litre bottle of water, and by about 3 o'clock that's finished, and I'm not even counting coffee, tea, and everything else, you know, that you can take in the form of liquids. Before the start of Bootcamp, we were drinking, as a family, we were drinking a lot of orange juice, a lot of Iron Brew, a lot of Coke, all the, you know, Robinson's healthy stuff. All that is nonsense. See, all that, once you start drinking water, you would actually quite like it. Because I used to say to the kids, you know, like, oh, drink some water. They're like, water out the tap? No, we just drink water out the tap. And maybe I drink probably more than 4 litres a day, easy. And that's not, I'm not including tea, coffee and things like that, you know, the things you can take in liquid form. And in the morning, I think one of the biggest changes, before I thought granola and, you know, all these things that you eat in the morning with yogurt and things like, they are healthy. They are not healthy. I don't think they're healthy. What I've started doing is, see, before I came here, I've already made my cereal for the morning. And it's not cereal in the sense you think of cereal. I have a porridge-based cereal in the morning, which I've already made. So I leave overnight in the fridge. I put a bit of water, a bit of milk, and just porridge, nothing else in it, and leave overnight to soak. And in the morning, when I come downstairs, I just eat it. Have a cup of tea with no sugar, nothing in it, and then just go to work.
Can I just stop you there? So this is Tariq. Before Bootcamp, you learnt all this yourself.
Yeah,
you didn't learn it off me. You don't have.
No, I think I have to say I'm not going to say, you know, you were inspiration. You know, I think obviously it comes through education as well. Because I think, see, when James gave me one of these things at the back, see this diagram. I went home and I studied and I looked at it, and I can, because I understood, you know, you can shrink from all sides. I've lost, see, before, when James did my body skin folds at 8 different places, I was 134 millimeters, which is, you know, if you take the sum of 8 skin folds, so this one here, you know, the 8 skin fold areas, if you put them all together, sum of 8 skin folds, I was 134 millimeters, which is the size of a small ruler. See a small ruler? If you put all my fats together, that's the size of a small ruler. And I lost, over the course of, you know, 8 weeks, 8 weeks, I lost 50 millimeters. That's 5 centimeters of cumulative fat. You know, that's about this much. It may not look like a lot, but for me it's a lot. I feel it. I feel I have more energy. I'm more alert. And I go to the toilet every day. I mean, I'm telling you. Every day. There's not a single day. It's like clockwork. I think that's a sign of health. I have to say, it wasn't like that before. See, before, when you're not eating porridge, when you're eating a lot of nonsense, it's irregular, it's, you know, like, I'm not being funny here, but see, the human body, you know, see what you're talking about fibre. I actually understood that for the first time. Why fibre is important. So the fibre that I've got, in my porridge, it's one of the highest fibres you can get. It's 18% fibre in the porridge, and there's only another one more that's got more fibre in it, bran flakes, but that's got a lot of sugar in it. So bran flakes is no, even though it's got more fibre in it, but it has a negative effect because there's more sugar in it. So one of the best things you can do is porridge, water, and see this green stuff here. See this green stuff? It's really, really good for you. Really, really good. Before I used to think salad was kind of side dish. Now, like it's something, it's just a couple of cucumbers and, now I'm telling you, we're eating salad like that's the main meal. I mean, like a cucumber, I've got 2 kids. One is 10, the other one's 3, and just the 2 of us. So 1 whole cucumber, 5-6 tomatoes, and a whole lettuce or cabbage or whatever we've got. All of it in one go. Before that was unthinkable. I mean, you've got to do it for yourself. Seriously, it'll put a spring on your step. I'm telling you a bit of personal information here. See, yesterday I ran the 10K with the Great Scottish Run. See, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that was unthinkable. I couldn't have done it. I was like, 10K? That's the distance from here to... That's a lot of distance. I would have said, but see when I ran 10K.
Was that for the first time?
That was for the first time. And I didn't see at the end of it, I didn't feel anything. Like, I was like... And last time, see, at the last boot camp before I came here, I'd already run 8K. When I came here the last time. So running, I'm actually beginning to enjoy it now. It's so much so that, it's like, what James was talking about, body composition. Now I'm kind of beginning to understand, different muscle groups and nutrition and diet and so on and protein shakes, and I don't believe all that nonsense either.
Obviously, I'm just going to move on. So, what changes did you make? Obviously, curries. This is the curries now. Curries. What do you do for curries?
I think curries are actually not that bad. It's the carbs that we eat. See, chapatis. I mean, in the morning, what we're doing is we're eating, sugar-based cereals. See, in the afternoon, we're eating bread. See, at night, we're eating chapatis. So we're getting too much carbs. What we need to be doing, I think that's what personally, James might disagree, but I think that's what we're eating a lot of carbs as opposed to curries. So we should be eating more curries and less carbs, if you know what I mean. Because we eat 3-4 chapatis and a little bit of curry. It should be the other way around. We should be having 2 plates of curries and just a little bit.
So did you go home and tell your missus all this? And then, so she changed her buying habits, or what did you do?
No, I think we've stopped making chapatis. She's happy. She's happy. She's happy. Everyone's a winner.
Any more practical examples of Tariq? Because again, I've not known Tariq before Bootcamp. I just met him at Bootcamp. So I don't know what his lifestyle was like before that, but what he told me and what he lost and this and that, I was just taken back to that. So any practical examples you want to hear of him? What did you do? How did you change it? What did you eat for breakfast? Now's your chance. Because we've all got the same diet as Tariq.
What did you substitute the chapati for?
Like, for example, like before coming here, we just had a stir fry. So
you can't have stir fry every single night.
Yeah, you can, but see, one of the most important things is see your plate size. Start eating in smaller plates. So see, plates come in different sizes, so you get bigger plates. So start having your meals in smaller plates, and you'll feel psychologically, and you won't go.
Specifically, when you were having curry, what did you substitute the chapati with?
Right, sometimes rice, but I'm talking about the portion sizes. Pita bread or things like that. just maybe one or two.
So brown
Yeah.
rice, we never in chapatis the same.
No, I know, but you see, when you're making chapati specifically, I think you can have 3-4 together, but one pita bread, just one brown.
Wholemeal bread.
Yeah,
It's better than a couple of chapati.
yeah. Or I think something it's more. I think we eat more. That's what I'm saying. The portion size tend to be bigger, so reduce the portion sizes as well.
And what did you stop eating? Just quickly, what did you stop eating?
Right, I've not eaten since 7:30.
7:30, okay. And do you have breakfast in the morning?
I do. I absolutely every day. Every day porridge. It's a must.
Okay. No eating after 7:30. I mean, no crisp,
No, I'm not. I don't know what crisp tastes like anymore.
You should be going to you should be going to bed feeling hungry. So in the morning you are feeling hungry. What brand is your porridge?
And see, just before I forget, I think water. See, every time you're feeling hungry, just drink water. See, before your main meal, anytime in the morning, afternoon, have a glass of water half an hour before that.
Yeah.
I think half an hour before any main meal, have a glass of water, and you won't eat as much.
How long do you wait to have water after your meal?
Right, I know you don't,
45 minutes.
because you can have as much water as you like.
Yeah.
I think, but it's really important to have it before, because then you feel full and you won't eat as much.
Before, during, and after.
The most important
The point with that is as well that some people can be dehydrated and that makes them hungry. So actually having the water as well switches off that hunger because it's actually dehydration.
And the most important thing, guys, is that if your results come back, and God forbid come back as ours was, it was type 2 diabetes, right? Okay. The idea is that you're starting this bootcamp for yourself, but you want your knowledge to transfer to your kids. This is your chance to change your family's lifestyle. It doesn't stop here. You need to teach your missus, your kids, because when your kids turn 30, they're in the same boat as you. So you start seeing you, like Tariq's transformed his whole family life. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why it impacted on me so much is because, when James said to me, I was the 4th guy who was being measured that night, and when he measured my skin fold here, he said, I see a pattern here, the first guy, the second guy, third guy, a predictor of type 2 diabetes, this fat storage he was talking about. And I'm 38 now. See, I have 2 friends already who are, one is 37, the other one is 38 as well. They both have diabetes. That's 37 and 38. That's not old. That's, they're still in their prime and they have diabetes. So you need to make the change, because sometimes it's, some people may look healthy. When you look at people, this guy's alright, he doesn't need it. And a couple of people said in the boot camp, that I invited a friend over last time, and they said, this guy didn't need to come. And see, that guy cannot run from there to here to there. He cannot run 100 metres. And some people in the group were saying, I don't know why he was here, it looked fine. But see, your internal system is very different. I'll give you an example. I watched this program, and the guy said to me, while I was watching the program, and I did this kind of experiment myself. See if I said that to Zav as well. See if you sit on the floor without touching the floor. So watch this. See the way I sit on the floor without touching the floor. I'm not touching the floor, so I just sit down, right? Very comfortably. Now, see when you go home, try getting up without doing that. Don't kneel on the floor with your hands. Don't touch the floor. And see if you can get up comfortably. That means your muscles are, in a good state. But a lot of people, they can't do that. Would you agree, James? A lot of people can't do that. And that's only when you realise, oh my goodness, my muscles are so weak. Right, so, and naturally you do this. Nav knows I can do it. It's not a problem, right? There. And the other thing is, you close your, I've done, see, close your eyes and lift your stronger leg, so you're standing on your weaker leg. That's kind of checking the balance and the age and so on, but that's normal. Do this test, see the one I've said to you about. that you just sit on the floor by yourself without causing a big commotion and then get up without touching the floor. See if you can do that, then your leg muscles are pretty good. Because our leg muscles are, I mean, most people's leg muscles in general, you know, they think, oh, they look okay, so they must be all right. But they're not.
So we are going to try and devise a programme for you. So from week 1, I know James is going to be doing some tests with you to check body fats and doing different measurements on the body.